In 2009, Drs. Thomas Meeks and Dilip Jest delved into a vast database of scientific research to assess what we already know about the neurobiology of wisdom. Wisdom has long been a subject of philosophy and the humanities, but has only recently become a subject of biology and scientific study. This graph shows a drastic increase, sevenfold, from 1970 to 2008, in the number of academic publications that address wisdom from a psychological or cognitive perspective. From the vast database, Meeks and Jest reviewed neurobiological studies to compile a list of what they call the subcomponents of wisdom. These subcomponents are traits of wisdom commonly identified throughout the studies, like moral decision-making and prosocial behavior. The selected studies focused on neuroimaging, fMRI scans, and controlled experimentation to determine which areas of the brain relate to wisdom. Let's take a look at examples of prosocial traits of wisdom and their correlations with parts of the brain. Moral sensitivity has been linked to the posterior cingulate cortex, shown here. One study from the database defined life skills and practical knowledge as essential dimensions of wisdom. Meeks and Jest recognize self-control, reasoning, and emotional self-management as key ingredients to living practically. Controlling one's emotions and impulses has been linked to the prefrontal cortex, specifically its lateral and dorsolateral area. One of the studies defined wisdom as the ability to make decisions despite life's uncertainties. The ability to handle morally ambiguous situations is also linked to this area of the prefrontal cortex. Other areas of the prefrontal cortex, medial and ventromedial, are associated with forming social bonds, personal morality, self-reflection, and empathy. These cognitive and emotional tasks foster prosocial attitudes and behaviors, as well as self-understanding. Understanding oneself and not just other people is an essential trait of wisdom. Finally, the amygdala has been recognized as a center for emotional decision-making and weighing the benefits of that decision. Meeks and Jest argue that the subject of wisdom warrants scientific investigation with greater rigor, while simultaneously recognizing the limits of available scientific methods.